In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the lower door latch assembly on the rear door of this extended cab Ford Ranger. Let's get started. Let's start by removing the door panel. To do that, we need to remove the seatbelt off of the door so we can have clearance to remove the panel. At the top, you'll see this cover, which if you remove, it'll expose a 15mm mounting nut. Take that off. With that off, you can pull the top of the seatbelt down. And at the bottom, if you move this cover up, you'll see a T50 Torx bolt. Remove that as well. And now it's just a matter of popping the door panel off. There we go. Slide it off. If you look from underneath the door, you'll see the 3 T27 bolts that hold in this door latch. Mine are a little bit rusty, but if you take a pick and pick inside, the Torx bit should slide in, and you want to make sure it's properly seated so that it doesn't strip out the head of the bolt. Now let's unbolt all 3. Unfortunately for me, this bolt that is, well, pretty well rusty, has stripped out. So you have a couple options now. You can either drill out the head of it, which is what I'm going to do, and remove the latch. Once you pull the latch out, just get a new bolt and put it into the new latch. No big deal. Or you can cut it and chisel the pieces off of it. Whatever you prefer. I'm going to go for the drill. I'm going to get a large drill bit that will basically hollow out the center and just drill out the head of it. That will release it, and I can pull out the latch. There we go. Of course, this truck is having other issues here, but the latch is out. You can pull it through the outside of the door here. There's a door jar switch. Unplug that with the electrical connector, and then the door latch cable. All you have to do to get that out is slide it forward like this, and then take the little ball out of its securing point and slide it out. There's your door latch. Since we have a lot of rust buildup here, I sprayed it with an anti-corrosive coating. And now what we have to do is reconnect the new door latch assembly to the cable. So I'm going to slide it through first, the head of the cable here, slide that, and then you want to move this arm so that it can hook onto the cable, just like that. Make sure that little ball is locked in, and then slide the cable sheathing into its retainer, just like that. It clipped in. And take the wiring harness for the door jar switch, plug that in. Make sure that clicks. It was a very silent click, but I felt it. So that's locked in. And now you want to slide the door latch back into position. I'm going to start one of the bolts in. Okay, this one's started. The one that broke, I have a longer bolt and I stacked some washers on it. And one last one over here. And at this point, you'd want to test the door latch to make sure it works properly. Okay, perfect. Both latches lock in. The door doesn't move when it's latched, and it opens perfectly. Now let's put the inner panel back on. When it comes to putting this panel back on, you have to do multiple things at once, because not only do you have a bunch of push clips on the back side, these white ones that need to line up, but then the seat belt also needs to go in, and then there's supposed to be a pin right here where the speaker grill is. This one's broken, but there's supposed to be a pin that lines up with that hole to line everything up. So you just need to pay attention to all of that, because if these don't line up and you just smash them in there, well, they're just going to bend and the door panel is not going to be secured properly. So let's put the seat belt through. Okay. And make sure it pulls through enough, as well as the latch part, just like this. Slide that down, leave that hanging over there. And now you just want to start lining up all these push clips with all of their mounting holes. And also, you need to line up the belt latch at the bottom for the rear seat belt. All right, so the door panel is somewhat lined up. Start pushing the push clips in. Okay, now let's resecure the seat belt on here. Put the mounting nut on, hold this in position, and tighten it up. Make sure it's nice and snug. This should have thread locker already on it, so no need to reapply. And put this cap on at the bottom here. Let's reattach the seat belt through this bolt. Bottom that out completely, make it nice and tight. It will not completely tighten this part of the belt. This needs to pivot. Once it's done, put this cover on so that you hide the bolt, and there you have it.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.